Hey, I'm back. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading in a haunted house and a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick lady with really, really, really cute dogs. I've got Ruby, Rooney, and baby Gypsy with me tonight on the couch. If you just found us, we're not live. Skip to the end for the free collective. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who comes by the chat, gets a reading, doesn't get a reading, maybe finds us when we're not live. I'm just going to put some things in chat in case anybody needs to be in the now. Hey, Dad, I'm on the live and you're in your pajamas. It's locked. Trust me. Any hoodle noodles. I'm going to put some things in chat. We are going to watch a movie tonight. I don't know what movie yet we're going to watch or if we'll even get that far, but good night, Dad. Love you. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. It's late here. So it's $5 Tacobox tonight. You need the $5 Tacobox, $5, 3 questions, 5+ cards. Doing a yes or no kind of thing tonight as well for the first 15 minutes. Hey, Leia, how are you, dear? How's life been treating you, sweetheart? Did you have a good day? I'm hanging in there. I've just been preparing for working on this contest thing that I am a runner-up in for music, and if I win, I'll get a write-up in Rolling Stones magazine. And I think I'll get to perform at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas next spring. Awesome hockey. It is exciting. It is. I decided to jump on the live, see what everybody was doing, see if anybody was around. I kind of got carried away with the moon and the friends and the other side of life tonight. I thought I would come by anyways, just say, hey, see who was around, see if anybody needed any help before I go to sleep. Yes, the strawberry moon. What are you up to tonight? You just chilling? Yeah, that sounds so good. I want to do the same. I think I'm gonna tidy up a little bit while I wait for people to come chat. Maybe just put an old movie on, watch it, and tidy up a bit. That way, I've got less chores tomorrow and just go to bed. I think I might just do that a little bit. I just want to say that you will lose the weight. Maybe we should help each other out. I'm gonna lose like 40 pounds. How much do you want to lose? I literally had an eating disorder for years, and I had to find a way to correct it. And I went from like size 0 to size what the fuck, and then I lost 120 pounds, and I still have quite a bit to go. To believe it or not, I would personally like to lose another 80 pounds. I know you're probably like, "Where's another 80 pounds?" But even just another 40 pounds would be great because I have more muscle mass than body fat. But there are a lot of great YouTube videos that I've used to help me understand more about losing weight, kind of change my perspective about how I have been losing weight. Because the way that I was losing weight was I was literally on the HCG diet to save my life. I like weightlifting too. And I like weightlifting through body weight. And because I'm disabled with some certain issues that they come and go, it's chronic, comes and goes. It just depends on what's going on, where I've been, what I've been doing. You know, am I taking care of myself? Which I always take a pretty good care of myself. I miss too much sleep though. I miss way too much sleep, and I could probably drink some more water. But I have your email, and hold on one second. I'll be right back. But I find that the best thing for me is to go by like what my clothes and my shoes and my dresses are telling me. I got really addicted to looking at the scale. And you know, the doctor's like, how could you even possibly, you know, want to even try to lose even another 40 pounds? But I have a petite frame. So do you know your frame size? How tall are you? What do you weigh right now? What do you find is the most triggering thing for you that gets you off course when you're trying to diet? What are you eating? You know, are you doing supplemental fasting? Because you could lose all the weight you want to and do the weightlifting and probably get that off in 30 days. I know I sound absolutely batshit crazy about that, but I mean, there's even some diets you can lose that 20 pounds in 2 weeks. Do I recommend them? No. Have I done them? Yes. Did they work? Yes. Did they help my real problem as to what was causing me to gain weight, lose weight, gain weight? No. I really didn't get a hold of nutrition and diet for myself in regards to losing weight and maintaining weight until I got help with my emotional eating disorder. So it's like I either eat too much or I don't eat enough. But yeah, I think you'll do it because you're asking me about it and you seem pretty determined. I mean, just asking about it is definitely determination there. I saw one girl lose like 80 pounds in 12 weeks, but she did a lot of supplemental fasting. Instead of drinking 1 gallon of water a day, she drank like 2. She took walks. She just walked. But she wasn't, in the beginning, she wasn't really eating right or eating enough. See, one thing about dieting is this, and I think that this is a good thing to do, excuse me, no matter what diet it is, even if you have some extra fat on you that you already have to lose. Store up fat, like have a day where you eat everything that you love. And what that's going to do throughout that day is it's going to help you and your body live off of that fat store up for the next 20 or 14 or 30 days, whatever you choose. So that your body's actually burning the stored fat that's on you that's like, you know, that extra little bit of fat and, you know, that extra little bit on your hips or your bum or even your face. So that's why I would always store up, even though when I was on the HCG diet, they're like, oh, you don't need to store up. Just go ahead and shoot yourself up with the HCG and eat nothing except for 500 calories a day and make sure that you're only eating hay. And I was like, this is terrible. This is terrible. So I did try it in the beginning like that. It just didn't work for me. when I went back and looked at the protocol and the way that it was supposed to be done, and originally in the 50s when the diet first came out, I learned that the doctor would start the person who was dieting off with a load day. Eat whatever you want. Eat up to 3,000 calories if you want, because you're going to eat 800 to 1,000 calories a day, maybe. In my case, I was eating 500 calories a day. So I'd start my day off with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. I would have an apple, or I'd eat nothing at all. Okay. Lunchtime would roll around. I'd be going for the chicken salad, or I'd be going for just the salad with some kind of plant protein on it, because I did the diet vegan, non-vegan as well. And I did the diet several times because I wanted to do experiments on it. Like, I wanted to do experiments that, to prove to myself that not only was I focusing on my eating disorder and taking care of that problem, but also, maintaining a stable, balanced kind of diet, whether I was on the diet or not. Because I also got really addicted to, waiting till my moon cycle came around and then like starving myself, eating whatever I wanted, 500 calories on those 5 days or whatever. And then I would lose like 5 or 10 pounds. I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but HCG is a crazy hormone to play around with when you're losing weight. Nothing is funnier than watching a man, have a positive pregnancy test because he's on the diet with you. He's got to make sure the HCG is working. But I don't know if HCG is legal in your country. It might be through a prescribed doctor. It is something that I would say would benefit somebody who wants to lose that 20 pounds and might not ever do it again, or somebody who has extreme weight to lose like I have, and wants to reset everything in their body, because it's going to reset your hypothalamus. Because first of all, you're not going to be doing sugar. You're not going to be doing a lot of bread or carbs. You could even just not even worry about that hormone and wait till like your cycle comes around and what you're eating. Don't eat sugar. Instead of eating candy, eat a piece of dark chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick 1 or 2 vegetables that day, 1 fruit instead of 2, and pick a lot of protein. But just make sure that you're not overdoing it, like with working out. And also don't eat too many carbs. And remember, carbs are just going to turn into sugar, and stay away from maltodextrin. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And there's a lot of stuff that's in foods that we eat now that is like maltodextrin. It's really bad for you. If you see a food product and that's in the ingredient, it's a filler. The food is adulterated. Put it down. Because what it is, it's a chemical that is a chemical compound that's created with multiple different types of sugar, and it turns into maltodextrin. It is one of the most deadliest hidden sugars in all the ingredients on processed foods on the counter. And the FDA doesn't have to regulate it and call it sugar. I don't know about where you live, but they don't have to regulate it or call it sugar. And they just consider a carb and add it into the carbs. But carbs will turn into sugar. That's why, like, whether you're diabetic, not diabetic, pre-diabetic, have had cancer, want to prevent cancer, keeping the sugar level down is going to help. Now, one thing that sugar does to you that not everybody understands is sugar is really the devil. Okay, not rock and roll. And sugar is the devil because sugar literally makes your brain think that you're hungry when you're not. So have you ever had a great day on your diet or your, health regime, and next thing you know, you've gone out with friends, maybe you've had a beer, maybe you've had a wine, maybe you've had a, sweet wine, not a dry wine. Maybe you've had some ice cream with a friend, and then you blow your whole diet because you go home and you want to eat. Or you ate maybe a piece of candy, or you ate a little bit of sugar that wasn't just some honey, or you ate too many carbs that day. And you just couldn't control yourself eating. When you can't control yourself eating, it's because you've eaten sugar somewhere, okay? And your brain can't stop because sugar tells your brain that you're hungry. Now with diets like HCG diet, even if you don't do the HCG, even if you just completely come off sugar and you completely detox your body from that sugar, it will reset your hypothalamus, which will start, it's the brain of your brain. And it will just reset everything in your body as well. Because it's like a detox. When you think of it as a detox, not a diet, okay? You're detoxifying yourself from the toxic food eating that you might do, because you're staying away from sugar because you know that it tells your brain that you're hungry when you're not. Instead, you're filling up your body with healthy fruits, healthy sugars, healthy carbs would be healthy, um, uh, you are filling your body up with soluble fibers that might have sugars in them as well, that help your immune system as well as your digestive system. But you're also, putting a lot more less processed foods into your diet, because you're staying away from things that might be processed on the shelf, that have sugar in it, have that maltodextrin hidden inside of the ingredients possibly. You who knows how many times you didn't eat sugar that day, but you ate something that had maltodextrin in it that was told to you that it was healthy. A salad dressing. Oh my God. A healthy drink, a health drink. Okay, a cereal, a breakfast cereal, a health bar, a nutrition bar. Oh my God, it's hidden in everything, and that's why you have to be careful and look at the ingredients. You've probably eaten something before and you're like, man, I ate dinner and I'm so hungry still, or I ate lunch and I'm still so hungry, or I'm ravenous and I can't imagine why I would want to eat, because I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. It's because somewhere you've gotten sugar in your diet. It's probably maltodextrin, and your brain's going crazy for more food. That's why stevia, okay, and I think you can find a stevia and erythritol mix as well. Monk fruit is another good natural plant-based sugar that doesn't tell your brain you're hungry when you're not. And it's a process that's been really incredibly and interesting to me as well. Okay, very interesting to me as well. I've always been athletic. I've always been been into gymnastics. I've always been a dancer. I only got less physical, okay, when I got in my accident. And then previously I had been in an accident as well. Somebody tried to kill me and I kind of just lost my mind. I had agoraphobia like for a decade of my life. And it was very difficult for me to talk to people, meet people, hang out with people, go anywhere, do anything, especially by myself. And that really caused some serious eating disorders, as well as created some, uh, brought back some memories that I wish I had never remembered in my lifetime. And I wish I had just kind of forgotten about them. And I had forgotten about them after the accident, and then I remembered them, and I was like, oh crap, I really need to get some hypnosis so I can completely forget this toxic shit that happened to me. But I don't want to have to tell a therapist or I don't have to tell a hypnosis therapist what it is. I don't want to tell anybody what it is. So I'm not sure that I can go and get hypnotized, because I might have to tell, the hypnotist what happened to me. Or I know Monica comes by and she does hypnosis to help people with all kinds of things. And hypnosis can really help you with triggers, your health, so many things in life, from childbirth to weight loss to. Have you heard of EFT tapping? Yes, yeah, I have. Yeah. Have you heard of shamanic tapping? Yeah. So, I now am in the process where I'm fighting myself from going into the kitchen and getting a spoon and getting the pistachio Haagen-Dazs out of the freezer and taking a bite out of it and eating a piece of apple and just having a midnight snack. But I mean, what's that going to do for me? I'll be up all night. I'll be hungry like the wolf afterwards, and after being up all day working and having to run errands in the 92-degree weather, I'm just pooped. But I figured, I'm just I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm fasting. I do most of my fasting in the daytime. I do most of my eating in the afternoon and early evening. And then I just kind of let it go for the rest of the night until the next day. But I'm also making sure that like I'm eating good. Like I'll have a salad for lunch. If I don't do a salad for lunch, then I'll have, a French omelet for breakfast or brunch, you know. And then maybe later in the evening, I'll have like it's something just simple, like a grilled cheese and a tomato soup, or just the tomato soup and a salad. Sometimes I'll make, French stews, and I'll just eat that. That's all I'll eat all day. Sleep over the stove for 4 hours and eat some French stew or Greek soup, or, I like to cook meals. So I'll fast and then make a really delicious meal, eat that meal, and then fast again the next day. Like I'll make a spaghetti bolognese, but I'm not spending my day going, I'm going to go to Waffle House now. Oh, and then I'm going to do Burger King for dinner out. And then I'll go and eat bolognese leftovers when I get home. It's nothing like that. I mean, whereas some people are eating like they think they need 3 meals a day, 3 rich meals a day. You really don't. So yeah, think about the kind of foods you like. In case it's challenging, I don't have strong cravings or anything. Mild PCOS. And makes weight loss difficult and insulin resistance. Yeah, it does. And that's why the HCG diet was so amazing for me, because first the doctor put me on metformin and atenolol because I had an anxiety problem. And he tried to put me on Celexa, but I was like, no, the Celexa is not going to work for my anxiety because it sends me to the ER every time. Plus, I don't have all the other symptoms that people who need Celexa have. I'm just having severe panic attacks. I said, I just need some Xanax bars, please. So once I ended up in the ER twice, she's like, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you don't need Celexa. Let's just go ahead and reset your whole body on the HCG diet. Let's get you on metformin. Let's get you on atenolol for your anxiety. Let's get you a low dose of Xanax. And let's see how you progress. And then, try to lose some of the weight on your own. Doing some activities so we can see how your body reacts to different activities and how you feel, compared to doing something and doing nothing. Because I had been misdiagnosed with hypothyroidism, and that doctor put me on Synthroid. This is not my current doctor we're talking about. This other doctor misdiagnosed me, put me on Synthroid. It messed up my heart, which is why I couldn't get up and do anything. I couldn't get up and move a box across the room. And I'm like the great granddaughter of Zeus. So, and it was horrible for me. So he was able to help me though. I did come off metformin once I lost like 35 pounds. And I did come off the atenolol, and I did come off the Xanax. And, for some reason, after doing that first round of HCG, it reset my hypothalamus, which is the brain of the brain. I never had, I was able to be like, okay, I'm taking things out of my diet here that I can't have on this diet. Like I can't eat sugar. I can't eat, I can't eat, I could eat red meat, but it really wasn't like suggested unless you have what's called a weight loss plateau. And when you would have a weight loss plateau on the HCG diet, they told you, you can eat don't eat all day, just eat 1 steak, and make sure it's a half ounce per pound of body weight that you are at right now. So you eat big fucking steak all day and then go to bed, and you'll lose, you'll start to progress through that plateau to push down to a lower weight. So after I did that first month on HCG, metformin, atenolol, Xanax, I felt so much better. And I was able to determine what foods were really causing PCOS symptoms, mild PCOS symptoms. What was really causing the cramping? What was really causing the pain? The sickness, oh my God, it was horrible. I would just lay here and be like, oh my God, and my roommate was like, when is she going to shut up, Andy? To my dad. It's like when you first moved in with my mom and my dad and I was so sick. But what was it? It wasn't PCOS. It was the food I was eating. Okay. It was the stuff I was drinking. It was the sugar I was on. It was the smoking the cigarettes. Okay. It was so many different things. So I took red meat out of my diet. I quit smoking. I never really drank anyways. So, I mean, you might see me on the show here, have a drink on the weekends or maybe during the week with you guys, but I was never really into drinking. So that wasn't really anything that ever affected any of those kind of symptoms. And I stopped eating processed foods, and I went vegan as well after that. I didn't do a successful job on the HCG diet being a vegan, but being a vegan did help me lose an additional 25 pounds when I was not on HCG diet. It also helped me maintain my diet, but then I realized here I am again on processed foods, and I spent all this money to do this diet that's like supposed to cure obesity. So I was like, let's see if it really cures obesity. So then I went rogue with being vegan for a little while, and I was like, let's see how long it takes me to gain 25 pounds I lost back. Let's see how quick it takes me to gain it back and see if it really does cure obesity. And I'll just eat whatever I want, whenever I want, until I gain the 25 pounds back. It literally took me 2 years to gain the 25 pounds back. 2 years. So yeah, I gained the weight back, but I also lost it just as easy. So that was a really good experience for me as well. And now I'm 5'4.5", and I weigh 175 pounds, and I have a petite frame. If I could lose anywhere from 60 to 80 pounds, I would be a lot comfortable, and I would probably improve my overall health, because I'm not going to have all this weight on a petite frame like mine. So find out what, do you have a petite body frame? You have a small body frame, you have a medium body frame, you have a large body frame, you have an extra large body frame. So there's multiple types of different body frames. Find out which one you are, because you'll find that the more you know about that, the more you're going to know about what weight you need to be at to be more comfortable. Like I said, it all comes down to how you feel in your clothes. When I'm 135 pounds, I'm a size 6. Am I comfortable? I'm okay at a size 6, but I would rather be a 4. And I'm about a 4 around 120. And about a 0 around 110, 100. So, and I've been really skinny like that. Like I said, when I started talking to you about the weight loss thing, I went from size 0 to size what the fuck. Hello, Sonny's Barbecue. And this was before I was a vegan. This is before but I was mostly vegetarian growing up. I didn't really get into gaining the whole weight thing till the agoraphobia thing came. And that was just really bad. Because I was afraid to go out of the house to buy food to cook. And then I was afraid to go, I would just order in all the time. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I came off the insulin. I came off the insulin resistant stuff. I came off the metformin naturally, willingly, and I noticed the more weight I lost, the better I felt. The more weight I lost, the less cramps. I mean, I literally just had the most perfect moon cycle. It was so wonderful, and so made me so happy, and was so comfortable. And I think every woman deserves that, but it becomes difficult for us to truly know our bodies and become one with it, because there's so much out there that's rubbed in our face. Like, we feel pressured to have sex to be in a relationship we want to be in. We feel pressured to have children if we get pregnant. We feel pressured to have an abortion if we get pregnant. We feel pressured to be on birth control so we won't get pregnant. Yet nobody wants to teach anybody about how, to go about doing these things that are good for people in their lives, that they might find healthy for themselves, and teach holistic medicine. Teach, starting from a young age. They weren't teaching us about how to, handle our credit as adults, or our bank accounts, or our health, or anything like that. No, it was just, let's learn about the Civil War today. Did you pledge allegiance to the United States of America's flag? Did you say the 10 Commandments? Did we pray today? Marie Antoinette's not a real person. This kind of shit. Even though you're getting the math problem right, you're doing it wrong because you're not doing it like the 1950s textbook tells you to do. So everything has been very textbook for our generation. Okay. So I feel like many of our parents did the textbook thing with us as well, with health, nutrition, things like that. Here's the food pyramid, stuff yourself, go for it. And then with having all the fast food and then the processed foods available at our will. I mean, no wonder we're out of control. No wonder Mississippi is the fattest place on earth. And I noticed that I definitely have noticed that America, especially in the South, I don't go anywhere and see I think, and I'll count them. I know this sounds terrible, but I will literally count the fat people compared to the skinny people. Because other people bring it up and I'm like, I just want to, I'm just going to sit here and see, am I one of the skinny people? Am I one of the fat people? Oh my God, I'm one of the people that's normal and average. But what is average? What is normal? What's average and normal to me might not be average and normal to someone else. But I do know that Medea from American Idol, she just died of obesity. What was it called? Obese 3 or something like that. She died from being obese. That's what her death certificate says. So now, how are young people dying from being obese? And that's pretty freaky to me. Like, it's easier to put a cupcake in your mouth because it's easy to get, whereas it's difficult to get up off your ass and, have the courage to fight the cupcake off and go for a walk instead and eat an apple. I found that apples really help me curb my cravings for sweets. I also found that apples got me through the day when I was my hungriest. And I also learned that drinking water, would let me know if I was hungry or not. So make sure if you start to get hungry, just take a sip of water, drink a little bit of water and relax. And if in a few minutes or so, or, 10 minutes or whatever, your stomach's still hurting, get some food. Okay. And don't like make yourself feel like you can't eat something. I'm definitely going to spend the next 12 weeks trying to lose 40 pounds. I'm not going to try. I'm going to do it. It's an absolute goal. I don't have strong cravings either. Unless it's pistachio ice cream, peanut butter cookies, but I don't really go around that stuff. I try to keep it to a minimum. Like, okay, I need to have like one day out of the week that feels normal. But I need to have one day out of the month where I choose a treat. Is that treat going to be a piece of cheesecake? Or is it going to be a heavy, rich meal of, I don't know, French stew? Is it going to be chocolate cake or is it going to be a hot chocolate? I have to decide. These are all big decisions. But yeah, there's so many great videos. And I'll send you some. Sorry, I'm yawning. I feel tired. I think I'm just going to go to bed. I can't believe I've been here 40 minutes blabbing about weight loss. Maybe I need to retitle this. How to Lose Weight Quickly with Stormy and Leia. But yeah, keep me updated. You're gonna make it happen. I'm really looking forward to hearing about your journey. I this weekend I have this bench pole thing I've been meaning to put up. I've got a horizontal one and a vertical one. I need to put them up so I can start doing my exercises again for physical therapy. And I should go to bed anyways. You know why? Because I've got to do a photo shoot. I've got to do my hair and do a photo shoot this weekend for this top hit maker contest that they've somehow I'm a finalist or a something. I completely forgot about this contest, but I need to work on that. Here, I'll give you the website. You can check it out. It's going to be some kind of like voting system thing. Interesting. Very interesting. That whole hitmaker, America's Next Top Hitmaker thing is interesting. But go ahead and check it out. I've left the link there for you, Leia. You can check out the contest. You can vote for me every single day if you want. I'm not sure what the link is to my I'm not sure what the link is to my page that they made for me. But I didn't respond right away to creating my page. They just made me one. So I figured I would just update the picture since my hair's not red anymore. Okay, I guess I'm going to go like the Go-Go's. Spirit, what do we need to know tonight from you? Can you just give us some guidance, maybe a direct message through the liminal space deck? The high road. So take the high road. Spirit says, I'm glad. I see that you are here and I'm glad. So I hope whoever sees this has a great weekend. I hope that you will use your intuition to guide yourself with this collective message. I'll see you guys soon. Kalanita. Be good to yourself with your thoughts.